Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Love and Marriage Podcast. I'm your host, Wendy O. I'm with Hotep Jesus right now. How are you doing tonight, Hotep?
Currently typing this tweet to promote the show we're going live on right now. Let's see. Follow Crypto Wendy O and join us live.
Yes.
Ow.
So they're trying to they've been trying to cancel. Oh, we got to talk about that.
What?
Oh, they've been trying to cancel me. Somebody wrote a song about me.
What?
They wrote a song calling me a scammer.
You have your own song? I'm jealous.
You want to know what the funniest thing is?
What?
Underneath, when Washington Post tweeted about me, underneath, if you go to the original thread, all these anonymous accounts are talking shit about me, trying to call me a scammer. They posted the thread about me with false information. They posted the song about me on there. And the funniest thing about it is, if you actually read the article, I call all these people out for their shady tactics and their lies, their manipulation, their abuse towards women in the space, and they proved me right.
Oh my God. Oh, they fell for it.
They got it. So if anybody believes them after reading the article, it's just
Wendy the scammer.
Wendy's a scammer.
What's the name of the song?
I don't even know. It was some account with like 10,000 followers that got like 6,000 views or 20,000. Something's ridiculous.
You don't got to copy it. You didn't download the song. You got to download it. You got to download. That's material, man.
Well, should I play it in my intro for my show?
Yeah. Yeah, play that shit. That's intellectual property right there.
I can't. It's been a.
I'm gonna start trolling you.
What do you mean?
I'm about to start trolling you and be like, Wendy, oh, you scammer.
I'm gonna be like Hotep's privileged ass over here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So I got featured in the Washington Post. So congratulations to myself.
Yo, yeah, congratulations. Hold on, where's my board over here? There we go. Wait, why is it not playing? Damn it. I have to reconnect my board. I just got home.
No, I heard it.
Oh,
I heard it.
Yeah, but it didn't go through the board though.
Oh, okay. So I got featured in the Washington Post. That was absolutely amazing. And I got to talk a little bit about my life. They grilled me hard because I didn't want to give them my real name. I didn't want my real name to be featured. So they used my middle name, and they grilled me about my dad, about all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of personal stuff to make sure I was who I was. Then because they asked for my dad's name, I gave them my dad's name. I says, but I don't know where he's at. I says his memorial is here, but I don't know where his body is actually at, because my stepmom refused to have him buried at a Jewish cemetery because she wanted to have him buried at whatever cemetery she wanted. My dad was Jewish. So I never been to where his body actually is.
Really?
Yeah. So I had to, and they asked me, they says, why is your last name different than your dad's name? I says, because that's my maiden name. And they said, oh, so they grilled me on like a lot of personal stuff. Like
really?
They did back. Yeah.
WAPO?
Yeah.
Wow. So they're the feds, basically, which is what you're saying.
Basically, so if I'm a scammer, they saw that thread and they wouldn't have posted it. They wouldn't have did the article with me.
That's true. That's true.
Because if they thought I was a scammer, then they wouldn't have featured me.
Man.
Okay, and then I did my first event since the panorama happened. I don't know if you know, but I've hosted over 4 free crypto events, and that's kind of how I was able to gain notoriety in the crypto spaces from all the free events that I've done. And I was able to get Blockfolio, my sponsor, for the channel, to go ahead and cover drinks for everybody. And I had over 100 people show up.
What? In California?
I had over 100 people show up, and it was people from all different backgrounds, which was the most beautiful thing. Anybody, everywhere.
How did you do that?
What you mean?
How did you get 100 people in the building?
It was a brewery, and it was a big brewery, Angel City Brewery. They had an inside area and an outside area, and we did it outside.
Yeah, but what'd you do? Did you run ads or something like?
No, I have, my following knows that I host meetups. So I built a following on hosting these events. So we posted it on Twitter, posted on TikTok, on Instagram, blasted it to the newsletter. On the YouTube, I posted it on my friend BitBoy's channel. I talked about it on his channel that he has 1 million subscribers. I posted about it on my friend Altcoin Daily that are in Los Angeles. They have like, I think 700,000 subscribers, and they came too. So we were able to get 100 people to show up. And Hotep, the coolest thing about it is most of the people came from me from my TikTok. But the best thing about it is everybody always says there's no women in crypto. I had about 20 women show up on their own that were interested in crypto.
Man, that's so dope.
Yeah, and it's people from all different backgrounds. I was able to talk some street shit with a couple of them. It was really cool with some of the
street
boys.
Shit.
Oh yeah, they need to know because they were like, look, as I was talking and they're looking at me, and so I kind of explained a couple things like, okay, this makes sense now. We fuck with you. I says I know. And
I know. I hate you.
And then Zay ended up coming up. Bitcoin Zay came? Yes, because he knows about my events. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did. It was an amazing turnout. And what was so funny? Why are you laughing?
Somebody in the chat said Wendy talking some shy shit.
Please, these people don't know, and they need to know. They need to know. And it was actually very funny because at the same event, apparently the brewery, they were celebrating Pride.
They were celebrating Pride.
They had this Pride thing. So in another area of the place, there was Pride flags everywhere, and there was like a drag show at another part, which was really funny.
Oh my God.
It was fun. It was fun though. Everybody was included. I don't exclude anybody. Just as long as you're nice, I fuck with you, and I include everybody at my events.
Crypto Wendy O, the scammer.
The scammer that was featured in Washington Post, Forbes, and Wall Street Journal. The scammer that does disclose paid content. The scammer.
No, it's white privilege.
Okay. I'm about to send you a picture. I'm about to send you a picture of my grandpa.
Who, your black ancestor?
He was dark.
Your mulatto ancestor?
I guess.
Oh man, what we talking about tonight? Before I choke.
Put your arms up.
It made it worse.
Because it's supposed to get it out.
Oh, I think that worked.
That's on Italian. That's on being Sicilian in Italian.
I'm gonna die live on air.
Could you take a drink of something? You're making me nervous. What is wrong with you?
That's all I got over here.
What is wrong with you?
You said drink something, right?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, man. There you go. Put hair on your balls.
Ew. I just...
Oh. This is why I needed my own studio, because somebody would have gotten me some water by now. That's my next step. I need a studio. I want to be the Black Alex Jones.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Are you okay now? You survived?
We're gonna have the Brian Sharp Network. We'll have our Wednesday shows with Wendy. We'll have guests come to the studio, celebrity guests. It's going to be amazing.
So do you want to do the sad news first?
I want to stop coughing first. That's what I really want to do.
Okay. Do you want to go get up and get water and I'll just talk to the audience?
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys, I'm officially taken over the Hotep Jesus YouTube channel. I hope he's back pretty swiftly over here, because all the content I have is really to kind of get his reaction and to get his reaction and opinion. But we do actually have a sad piece of information coming out about one of the Hotep Jesus followers and subscribers, as far as I know. So we're gonna have to talk about that when he gets back, and hopefully he stops choking, because it's just, we cannot have the man choking on the stream. So, and also another technique that I want to talk to you about is, if you are choking, what you can do is lift your hands up like this. It is an Italian Sicilian thing, and it should generally work.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. All right. Do you want to talk about the sad news or the happy news, or the fun, just the stories?
You know, I dropped a new book, right?
Speak on it, please.
I didn't tell anybody about it. Well, I did. I just didn't tell people I know about it. Well, I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. Anyway, I did a stealth launch of my book.
Which
I released The Patriot Report.
Okay.
Exposing the conspiracy of money and war.
Okay.
It's a beautiful work of art. 2 years worth of work. It's out. I announced it on the podcast last week on Hotep's Been Told You. And I'm waiting for the reviews to come in. That's what I'm waiting on. I've gotten some early reviews, but they were from friends. And I never trust those opinions. I'm waiting for the skeptical people to hop in and give me some real feedback. And just some general public feedback too, which I'm sure I'll get soon. But yeah, that thing is out. I'm happy I got that out. And then I have another book coming out this year too. Yeah, I might call this one like The Patriot Report, The Addendum. And then I'm co-writing it with an attorney.
Ooh, this I'm interested in.
Yeah. And we're pulling case law for some of the major constitutional rights.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be coming out later this year too. So, you know, I just wanted to get that out the way before we went into, you know, the sad news. You know what I mean? I wanted to start on the up. But yeah, The Patriot Report, Exposing the Conspiracy of Money and War, is out now.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Hold on, let me get myself a chair. Somebody said they was in a feminist debate on Twitter Spaces. Did you hear about that?
I do not do Twitter Spaces. I do not do Clubhouse Spaces. I'm not doing shit unless you pay me, or it's going to help increase my audience.
I like how you think. I really fucking like how you think. Because I don't do that shit either. Anyway, so Bill Cosby was released today. Well, not released, but supposed to be, you know, exonerated or something. He getting out of jail, put it like that. So what happened was,
tell us, please.
it turned into now when I first heard the news, I said, oh shit, Black Twitter is on fire right now. And it's basically a Black Twitter feminist versus the pick-me's. Now I'm gonna have to break this down for you, because I know you don't know about this shit. And then I gotta ask you a question.
Please.
Do you know what a pick-me is?
Is a pick-me, as far as I know, a pick-me is what is when one group calls somebody that's a little bit different, that is rooting for something that kind of goes against that group's perspective.
Correct. Basically, they're trying to say that Black women hold the opinions they have because they want to get picked by men. So they call them pick-me's. And that was a civil war that broke out today I was in their Twitter space earlier. I popped my head in to listen to see what they talking about. There's some powerful sisters talking, and they're bucking against that feminist stuff. So it was black women was going. Now, I'm a black man. I ain't got no business speaking, so I didn't put my hand up to speak. I was just listening. But it was a necessary conversation, and I hope they keep the conversation going, because a whole lot of sense is being made and a lot of shit being corrected, because all that shit that's happening on the left, not everybody fucks with that shit, and it's starting to fuck with people who was trying to ignore politics. The politics is starting to seep into our everyday life more and more.
Well, just from what I have like noticed on different social media outlets when it comes to, and I'm not talking about any particular group of women, I'm just saying women in general. Women are not really happy with how they're being portrayed by the modern day feminist movement. And they're also not happy with this, with some of the terms that are being tossed around, because it's essentially taking away our femininity. And I think that any woman from any group can relate to that idea. And then each group can go ahead and kind of dissect that differently, depending on the issues that are occurring in their own community, because they can't speak on everybody else's community. And I can't speak on their community.
Yeah. I mean, really what we're talking about here is resistance to the cultural subversion. And I love to see that. So I was happy to see. I'm glad that Bill could create that conversation and have let those ladies talk that out. This is a conversation that needs to be had, and we need to keep having it. But it's I just find it, real funny that it's becoming so apparent that it's starting to disturb normal people, not these outliers who talk about politics. They're all invested in activism, like, just everyday people. They're not involved active. They go to work, they come home, they mind their business, they get some drinks on Thursday, and that's that. Your average person. And these average people are having to speak up now. They're having to become activists for the counter side. So it's creating this huge divide. I have to see how the dust settles.
So what, may I ask, can you talk to me a little bit what their thoughts were about the Bill Cosby outcome?
I mean, the one thing that the pick me side, and I hate to call them that, I would call them Hotep ladies, Hotep sisters.
I like that term better.
Yeah, let's call them Hotep sisters. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like pick me is it's a very kind of derogative term.
Yeah.
To people that want to have a difference of opinion. And let me tell you something. A difference of opinion is not necessarily a bad thing. A difference of opinion to me just means that you have a different idea of a situation. And I want to hear your different idea, just as long as you're not verbally abusive or you're not being nasty. But if you can speak facts, you can come correct, and we can have a civil debate, civil discourse, I'm here for it. So I don't like the term pick me, because I feel like it discounts somebody's intelligence.
Absolutely. But I mean, what they were saying was the feminists, it's like one thing to be mad about the Bill Cosby situation. But what they were saying was they didn't have that same energy for Harvey Weinstein. Like, where was that? Why wasn't that energy held the same? So that was a contradiction that the Hotep sisters pointed out, which I found rather compelling.
Can I chime in?
Yeah.
As somebody who has been, let me figure out how to say this correctly. As somebody who has been let down by white men sexually in that aspect, well, I have to say it. Can I just say the correct word then? Because that didn't sound right.
Hey, yo. Somebody gotta clip that.
All right, get serious, because I'm going to use a real word.
Okay.
As somebody who's been raped by a white man, they don't catch the shit that they need to catch for doing that type of stuff. I will tell you a specific event, because it wasn't just by one, it was a couple different instances. And, you know, I'm very careful what I talk about, whatever, but there was one. I was in Hollywood. And, you know, I probably shouldn't have been out that late. I probably shouldn't have been drinking and doing whatever. But now that I kind of look back at it, considering the after effects, I feel like there was something put in my drink. But anyways, something happened against my will. I said no, he did it anyways. And I remember getting in the car and I just was like, very sick. I ended up like passing out, like all kinds of stuff. Normally that's not me. I never pass out from drinking, no matter, I can drink a whole bottle and I'll be fine. So the next day, my friend, because I was with a girlfriend of mine, she's like, oh, you know, he didn't really mean it. Da, da, da. And I was like, no, it was whatever. So I get an email from him saying, oh, I am, you know, me and my fiance, blah, 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 things got out of control. And basically it was like a very bizarre apology. But this guy was in not a well-known band, but people knew who he was. So he just sent me the email to kind of shut me up. And he was a white man.
Sent you an email?
He sent me an email the next day or the next couple days after. It was in that week period. And I just remember being like, I didn't really process because I was 18. I just had turned 18 at the time. And it was just a weird thing. And I just like, and I was like kind of a hot mess myself back then. That's still no excuse because I did tell him no. But at the same time, like getting an email, that's some weird, like who does that?
There's some psychotic shit going on over here.
This was a long time ago. I'm not condoning it, but what I'm saying is, and he was a white dude, and this is not all white men because I don't like to judge people specifically by race or whatnot, but I just remember there was a couple occurrences too. So that was like upsetting to me, and it's like, and I understand what people are saying about Weinstein, because Weinstein he was a scumbag. Like anybody that does something like that should be treated the same.
Yeah.
And I'm not co-signing Cosby. I'm not co-signing Weinstein. I'm not co-signing anything. Yeah. I just say if you do something bad,
yeah,
the same energy needs to go for all people. You don't get to get a pass because of whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that story.
But I mean, Cosby, I've read books about, like, there was a book from Janice Dickinson, and she wrote this was before he got exposed, but this was like back in the early 90s. And she said that he had done some very inappropriate stuff to her and other women, I believe. And it was going on for a long time. So he was a scumbag, actually, you know, in reality. So that was the account of one woman. But there was a lot of other women that came out and said whatever. To me, this is the thing. If one woman comes out against a celebrity, I might be a little hesitant, like, okay, because I've been in situations where I've known women that have lied because I was there. I heard my friend, she was with my stepsister's man. She was not forced to do anything. She was having the time of her life. And the next day she said that he raped her, and he didn't. I was there. Like, I was there. So there's stuff that happens where women do lie, but if it's like one woman that comes out, sometimes I'm like a little hesitant to believe just because of that experience. But when it's multiple women, I'm like, okay, something's up, something's weird, you know. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. That's wild, man.
An email.
That's wild. I mean, I never had problem in that department. So like, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of somebody who would do some dumb shit like that. It's just like, damn, you gotta drug people and go against it. I don't even want it if I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want it. Like, if you're not into it, you know what? Forget about it. I go to sleep. Wait, you know what I mean? Give me a hug. Hold me.
It was in a public place in a bathroom though. And the weird thing about it is he was a musician. He could have gone home with whoever he wanted. But the thing was after thinking because I had thought about this a lot, like maybe a year ago, trying to process kind of what happened. Because the way I deal with things when traumatic things happen to me, I deal with it later on in life because I don't know how to deal with it because when my dad died, I didn't deal with it either. So I'm learning how to deal with things as they happen and compartmentalize. But I went back and I was thinking about it and I just remember how sick I got after. And I had the only time I had gotten that sick was when I remembered that I was roofied because me and my friend both got roofied by we were at this one place. It was a boy, it was a guy. So I was like, okay, and I never gotten sick like that. So there's no way that I just got sick. It was this guy had to put something in my drink because I remember he handed me a drink. But the email thing was weird. It's like this guy probably didn't want to go home with the girl because he had a partner. And it was just like a weird thing, like a bizarre thing.
Fucking weirdos, man.
But I do have a question. As far as Cosby kind of getting out, what was the Black community's reaction to that?
Mixed. You know, some say lock him up. Some like, yo, he free. You know what I'm saying? Then it was the whole Felicia Rashad situation. She came out and supported him, and people were criticizing that. And they criticizing the people who didn't criticize that. So, yeah, Twitter was upside down today in Black Twitter, boy.
Whew. It's a very hot topic because I remember when the whole OJ thing happened, like how the media portrayed it and how crazy it was. And I was so young, I didn't really have an opinion, but I went back and I kind of watched the documentary and I made my own assumption about what happened. And I think that he did it like 100%.
I remember when that verdict went down, we was in school.
Must be too. I was a kid though.
I was in high school and I remember running through the halls screaming, "The juice is loose! The juice is loose!" I remember that clear as day.
Yeah, and I understand why people were happy that he got let off because, you know, the whole systematic racism thing and whatnot. But like now kind of looking back at it, I don't think he deserved to get let off.
Who, OJ?
Yeah.
It's not how our system works.
I know, but I think he did it.
Thank God we got the Constitution.
I know. I'm just saying though. That's just my opinion. I just have like when there's cases of abuse before an actual murder occurs. Me personally, like if somebody is abusing a woman and then all of a sudden something happens to her.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a one-off thing generally. Mm. Anyways, changing topics. Let's go ahead and let me see what I got for you. Okay. Do you want to talk about, can we talk about Saweetie and Jake at the BET Awards? Did you see that? Did you see that clip?
Saweetie and Jack Harlow.
Is it Jack or Jake?
Is it Jake or Jack? I think it's Jack.
Okay.
I believe it's Jack Harlow. I'm gonna need you to get your pop culture together, Wendy. You're starting to be a super mom.
You know what? I gotta deal with people calling me. I gotta deal with people calling me a scammer, man. I just gotta be out here scamming people. You know. It is Jack Harlow. You're right. Okay. Did you see that though?
I've seen something about it, but I didn't see the clip. What do you do?
So I thought this was adorable. So apparently. And there's pictures of him just staring at her. Okay, so I'm a hopeless romantic, guys. I'm a big hopeless romantic. And anytime I see a man court a woman to where he just is like, he's aggressive like that, I am just like, I'm like, is a real man around? There's a real man around. Because we got all these anonymous losers online that are just, that they don't even know how to talk to women. It's just weird. And stalk women. They do all kinds of weird stuff. But anyways, so he walked up to her and he grabbed her hand and he said something like, "Do you know who I am? Or do you remember me?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Why are you shaking?" His hand was so nervous, but the way he was staring at her was just so like, it was just too much. I was like,
He was shooting a shot.
he was shooting a shot at the BET Awards. And I was like, amen. There's real men out there.
He a little too corny for Saweetie.
I know she kind of needs like, I mean, that, to me, that was masculine. Like when a man shoots, has that much confidence to shoot his shot. To me, I like that. But I feel like she needs more like somebody that is a little bit of a different style.
Yeah, he's a little too soft for her. So she gonna walk all over him, and then that's gonna be over.
Yeah. So there's that. And then, okay, because we had talked about Cardi B being pregnant, not pregnant, but her and what was it, Quavo or Offset? Who's her man?
Quavo.
Cardi B?
Oh, Offset.
Okay, so we talked about them like getting the divorce. He said it was like planned, da, 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 da. But now she's pregnant with their second child. What are your thoughts on that?
Didn't I call that?
I think you did.
I told you that they wasn't going to break up when this shit went down. He was like, "Oh, they're going to break up." I said, "No. What are you talking about? Why would you do that? Why would they break up? It's just some pussy. Why would you break up?"
But now she's pregnant with their second child.
Yeah. Baby culture need a little brother or sister. Need a companion. Need a homie.
But he's got other kids though.
What? That ain't got nothing to do with Cardi kids. His kids probably with the baby mama.
Yeah.
All right. So culture needs somebody to play with.
I know, but if a man is going to cheat on you, like you're gonna stay and have more kids with him?
Wendy, I think we have to refer back to one of our previous episodes where you said you would give your man a pass.
Well, that's different. I said I would give him a pass, but Cardi didn't give him a pass.
Yo, your level of logic is hilarious.
it makes sense though.
It's the same shit, Wendy.
It's not the same stuff because if it's planned, it's different. If it's planned, it's different.
It's not different.
It is.
You said you would be upset if he took the opportunity.
I would let him though. Like I told him he could go. I'm gonna call him in here and tell him now he could go. If that's what he wants to do, he just needs to tell me that's what he's about to do.
And then he does it. And when you come back, you're gonna be a little salty.
Probably, I don't know. At this point, he's been pissing me the fuck off lately. So at this point, he needs to go do something with himself.
You're gonna be salty. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be tossing shit. It's gonna be broken items around the house.
He's the one that breaks items, not me. I don't like. I'm cheap. I'm half Jewish. I don't like to pay to replace.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. You just committed the equivalent of a black man eating fried chicken on TV. Reinforcing stereotype. Continue. I'm sorry. Yeah, but you'd be upset. You'd be upset.
Well, there was one time.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I could tell the story. because I walked in there fearless and I didn't even know who the girl was, and I found out who it was after, and I was like, whoops. She was somebody, but I didn't care.
See,
I didn't care.
You crazy.
But I didn't give him a pass then.
You crazy. You legit crazy. All y'all women crazy. Y'all say, "Oh, I give him a pass." Next thing you know, he got bullet wounds and shit. Like, or on jacks on 4 wheels. Tires missing. Nothing is worse than a woman scoring. Nothing is worse than a woman score. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing, Wendy.
Okay, I guess.
Pass or no pass, it's the same thing.
Not really, but I'll
still
let you win
deal
this
with
one.
you bitching. Either way, the man got to deal with the woman bitching. I'm feeling the same exact way. The arbitrary negotiations that happened in between the same inevitable result is it's arbitrary. It's dubious.
Dubious. There you are being all privileged with your big words.
I read a lot, okay?
Oh, you read? Oh, that's some privilege right there, okay?
She said, "Oh, you read?"
This man over here is the author of like absolutely outstanding books. They should all be a New York Times bestseller. This man's out here doing the Lord's work, educating out here with his privileged self.
Listen, Jesus was privileged too.
Was he?
He was. He grew up upper middle class. This is fact. Mary and Joseph was not broke. Just because they was roaming around in the desert looking for 3 wise men don't mean they was broke. They was just going for a stroll, trying to figure out where they gonna let the baby out.
I'm not trying to give birth in the sand.
They had a manger. Jesus Christ was born in a manger.
Whatever.
She squat
I'm half
down.
Jewish,
She
okay?
squat down in the pond and gave birth and put him in the, what's that thing they put out in Christmas? The nativity. The nativity. I was a Catholic boy, so you had to know some of this stuff.
I was brought up Catholic from my mom, but I didn't pay attention. I was so mad I didn't want to go. Did you know why women give birth laying on their backs?
Because the Illuminati wants us dead.
You want to know why?
I just told you why. Tell me why.
King Henry said it was more aesthetically pleasing for him to watch his women give birth on their backs than squatting.
I've heard that before. I've definitely heard that story before. Yeah, that sounds like some small dick energy. King Henry had a little dick energy.
Well, I mean, look at him. He had all those abscesses all over his body. Disgusting.
See, very insecure person. Making decisions. Oh my God. Ugh. The victims of his reign need reparations. If you are under for reparations, if your family had to live under fucking, what was it, King George or
King Henry?
King Henry? Yeah, King Henry, little ass.
See, some Europeans, they need reparations too. With some of the tyranny they had to go. I think everybody needs some reparations. Some people more than others. If you make underneath 45K and you're living in the United States and you are a direct descendant and you've had exposure to asbestos, please call 1-800-888
Super Jew.
Superjew.com.
Oh my Lord, we gonna get canceled. What's the next topic, yo?
Okay, the next topic. This one is a fun one. All right. Did we
He
talk
said
about that?
Wendy was throwing them paws. He said,
You know
yeah.
what? I do throw them paws, please. Let me tell you something. So let me tell you this before we get into the next topic. So these morons on crypto Twitter, these anonymous little dick energy incels that like to do whatever it is they like to do, that don't leave their mom's basement, legit, like that's no cap. They're all talking about going to Dubai to do these boxing matches because all of a sudden everybody knows how to fight. So these dumb motherfuckers keep tagging me. First off, I don't like you people. I don't want to get to know you people. I'm not going to the Middle East because I'm just not going to the Middle East. I don't fuck with you people. I'm not going. Stop tagging me in these threads because guess what? If I'm going to fight someone, it's not going to be a woman. It's going to be one of you. The money is going to go to the charity I want. And guess what? It's not going to be in Dubai. It's going to be at Miss Nietzsche's gym in the hood because the people in the hood don't fuck with you because you're all incels. So let me tell you something. And I'm not going to fight one of these women because I actually do box. I've been boxing since I was 16. And they keep tagging me in these things. And I just keep blocking everybody because I'm not interested. Like y'all, please. So earlier this girl's like, I want to fight. It's like, bitch, shut up because you're going to, please, you don't know, like you don't know. So one of my friends was like, yeah, Wendy actually knows how to box. Like she's a boxer. She's like, oh, ha ha ha. It's like,
see, somebody's about to get the paws put on them and then be crying to Twitter, talking about y'all set me up with a professional fight.
And you know, let me tell I'm one of the baddest women out there is training me. I don't play. I learned to box for survival. For survival. And I'm going to tell you the real story. The person that taught me to box was an ex-boyfriend of mine and used to not be really nice to me. He used to do bad things to me. And that's one of the reasons why I was so happy he taught me how to box. And guess what? After I learned how to box, he stopped fucking with me and stopped forcing me to do things against my will that I did not want to do. So that's why Wendy learned to box. And you heard it here on the Hotep Jesus show. I'm not on the Love and Marriage podcast. I don't want to be talking about that like publicly everywhere, but that's why I learned to box. And thank God I learned to box because it helped get me out of other situations that were like that. And it helped me defend myself when people try to jump me and try to start static with me. So I come from a place of fighting out of necessity, but now I'm not going to put hands on nobody because I do it for mental health because I don't live that way anymore. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. If somebody comes up to my daughter and tries to put hands on her, they try to force me to do something against my will, I'm going to defend myself. And I'm not interested in boxing with any of you incels, especially you dudes, because I don't care if you're a dude or not, I will break you down. And that's on me.
Willie Handy said Wendy for sure got some shine in her. B Weezy Bird said $4.99 super chat. Thank you. He said I got an ex despite being with another dude, still keeping tabs on me and being jealous. First time dealing with it. How do you know she's keeping tabs on you? That's what I want to know. Is it like a situation where you're looking at your stories and you're seeing who's viewing your stories and you see her face pop up, or is she sending you DMs and asking you about what you're doing? Give me some more details on this, B Weezy Bird. My bad.
Yeah,
Wendy.
No, I'm done with that.
Yeah, so people see people doing this boxing thing for play. You had to learn because you needed that shit. Like it was for real. It wasn't no play.
It was not play. And I thank God I learned because that's on having confidence. But anyways, I'm not here. I don't box. I don't ever want to put hands on anybody again, but I will defend myself. I will defend my child because that's just whatever. But anyway, so apparently
hold on, my bad. He said she asked questions between mutuals and also my stories to check. What is he talking about between mutuals?
So that means that she's going to people that they both know and asking questions about what he's doing.
Okay, I get that, but wait, hold on. Why?
Because she wants to know. She doesn't trust him.
No, she got a new man.
Oh.
And she's the mutuals are she's asking the mutuals about the ex.
Oh, because she's still obsessed. That's why.
She's still obsessed.
Yeah.
So what should he do?
Is he interested in her?
B Weezy Bird, are you still interested in your ex? It's a good question. Is there still a little flame burning inside for the for the ex? That's a really good question. Let's say he is. What does he do?
If he is still interested in her, because I need to know a lot more details. But if he's still interested in her, he should reach out.
And say what? Hey, baby, I've been watching you watching me.
I would say I would probably call and say, I heard you've been asking about me. What's up?
They're asking about me.
I heard you've been asking about me, or just be like, send a message, be like, what's good?
It doesn't look like he's interested.
Oh, if he's not interested, Ignore her. Ignore it. Block her and ignore it.
Block her. But if you block her, is that ignoring it? That might set her on fire.
Why do you block people on Twitter?
But that's people on Twitter. That's not people in real life. You can't block people in real life.
Oh, I do. I will block you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I will block you in real life. I block people all the time in real life. I don't have time. Sometimes I blocked my sister the other day, but I unblocked her.
Yo, women are the worst, yo. Huh? What?
All this privilege over here.
It's a good
Oh,
day,
this-
man. It was a good day.
It was a good day. Well, all right, let's talk about the last topic. Are you ready? Because
Let's
I'm
do
about
it.
to make I'm about to make a frozen pizza because you influenced me into it's actually no, I need to know something. I need to know something. What were you doing in that picture?
What picture?
Where you were being an influencer, a hotep in the wild.
Which picture you talking about?
Or there's a video of you on a podcast in Miami.
Oh, the video. Oh, Fresh and Fit podcast.
What is that?
They talk about dating and men and masculinity and how to be a better man and, you know, navigating women. Fresh and Fit podcast. You gotta check them out. They're the hottest podcast in Miami. One of the hottest podcasts, period, on YouTube. 300,000 subscribers in 9 months, from zero
Wow.
to 300,000 in 9 months. Yeah, scorching. And they do a late night show, and every night they bring girls on and they talk about topics. And it's the 305 girls, you know what I'm saying? Out of Miami. So all the BBL, the chicks that just got their BBLs and all of that shit. I was sitting next to a chick. She was like, "Oh, I can sit on my ass now." And I was like, "What happened?" You know, I had a BBL. Like, yeah, it's just what they do in Miami. Real. I said, "What happened? You know, fat transfer?" She's like, "Yeah, it's fat transfer from." I said, "Where from where to where?" She said, "From my stomach to my butt." I said, "Oh, damn, so you was probably busted before." I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, "You was probably busted before." Anyway, but yeah, that's the Fresh and Fit podcast. That's fan. So I had released my book. So I was like, yo, I want to start my tour to promote the book. And when I thought of podcasts, you know, like Fresh and Fit was the first one that come to mind. So I'm like, I got to do Fresh and Fit. I booked my flight and went down there. And I also had a chess tournament the same weekend. So I did my first chess tournament on Saturday. That didn't go so well.
Why?
I came in 4th place by a technicality.
So what?
I was tied for 3rd, right? I was tied for 3rd, and it went to the points. And basically the points were whoever played the better competition. Now, I lost my first game. A game I was winning, clearly winning too. So that kind of put me in a lower rank of people, because in the next round I played a loser. So I beat that loser, and I beat somebody else, and I tied somebody else. Then I beat somebody else. So I ended up with 3.5 points. Out of like 20 something people or whatever. Under 1200 rating. So I'm like pretty trash actually at chess.
You just kind of started training though.
Yeah. But I'm still not good.
Don't beat yourself up. I think you did great. The fact that you wanted to learn, the fact you put yourself out there, I think that's fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So then I studied with Coach Sunday, right? And he on some Mr. Miyagi shit. He said, Hotep. He's from Cuba. So, you know, he said, Hotep Jesus. He said, yo, today we not using no pieces. I said, oh shit. So he started reading out the book Mating 2. Now keep in mind, we've been doing Mating 2, but we've been doing like master rated Mating 2s. And I'm finding some of them. Some of them, you know, with the 5-minute time limit. And but this time we were doing Mating 2s with no pieces on the board. So he's naming the pieces, and I'm looking at the board and doing the problem in my head without no pieces on the board. So he unlocked some new shit in me. Now, since then, I've gotten better. Since that exercise, like I feel like a piece of my brain had just like opened up. It was like really amazing. It was like a breakthrough. So I have a bigger brain now. Whatever happened, it's visualization. But my classmates are fucking doing the problem without even looking at the board. My man got his hands over his eyes. He just like this. I'm like, damn, I want to get there. So that next step is I got to be able to visualize the board. And that's really fucking hard. So by the time I start visualizing shit, that shit got like 128 squares, and instead of 8 rows, it's got 9 rows. It just all types of dumb shit starts happening. But yeah, that's what, you know, that was my trip to Miami. Started out with the chess, hung out with my coach a couple of nights. And then I did the Fresh and Fit podcast, and that was super dope, man. And, you know, announced my book, The Patriot Report, Exposing the Conspiracy of Money and War.
Can you imagine if they had me on that podcast? I'd probably be the only natural person in there.
No. They've got a couple of girls that it'll be like 2 BBLs, and then like 2 average looking girls, and then like a regular girl, and then like a fat girl, you know what I'm saying? Or a big girl. Like it's a good mix. That's what makes it great, because the dudes in the comments, they got jokes. It's like, yo, the girl on the left look like she played for the Giants. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So the chat is brutal. Fresh and Fit podcast, you gotta check them out. It's pretty wild. They was live earlier. They might be live tonight.
They're gonna have me. They'll have me on one day, because I am going to be the top female crypto YouTuber. That's
they should have you on. I'll hook it up. They
need to, because they need to hear from Wendy.
I think you would be awesome on their podcast. You're a pick me, so you do well. I mean, you are. You're not a feminist.
Who the fuck do I want to pick? I don't want no one to pick me.
Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. She about to snap.
I don't know if you're aware or not, Mr. Privilege. I'm gonna put a tweet out. I'm gonna put a tweet out. Hotep Jesus is privileged. I don't know if you know or not. I say things and I don't care what other people say. But somebody doesn't fuck with me, I don't care. I just don't. You want to know why? Because people have not fucked with me my whole life, because I've been outspoken. I will say what I want and I will do what I want. I'm out here to get the bag. I'm going to be honest about what I'm doing. I don't care if you don't like me. If you don't want to walk the walk with me, don't walk the walk with me. Because guess what? I've been cold. I've been alone my whole life. I don't need people. So miss me with that pick me stuff.
Oh my God. She's out here trying to get the bag. So miss me with that pick me stuff. Wendy got a little bit of shine in her, y'all. She got a little bit of shine in her.
So what?
Got a little bit of shine in you.
Sean?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Nothing.
No, you better speak on it. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You better speak on it.
No, I can't. It's a secret code, and you have to be a part of the club to know the code.
I created the club, okay?
Oh my God. No. You have to watch Hotep's Been Told You on Thursdays to know the lingo. It's a secret society. Here, all we ask is secrecy. You can't talk. Larry. Yo, look. The first rule of Hotep Thursdays is you don't talk about Hotep Thursdays.
Listen, Larry.
Yo, press 1 in the chat if I'm not lying. Press 1 in the chat. Yo, I'm telling you. The first rule of Hotep Thursdays is you don't talk about Hotep Thursdays.
I'm gonna be in the chat tomorrow trying to figure out what that is, and you're gonna make me a moderator, and that's it. That's it.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna call in tomorrow.
I'm gonna call in. There's no call in line.
I'm calling in.
You want to know the lingo? You gotta show up.
I'm going to. I'm gonna figure this out. You know, I about had it with you. We're gonna talk about the last story.
Okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Gang know about Hotep Thursdays. You see the ones in the chat. It's gang.
listen. And I'm trying to get people to watch the interview we did with McAfee. I got to do some promo
Yo,
for it on
people are
TikTok.
talking about that. Yo, people keep hitting me up. Somebody was like, yo, I got a subscription on my YouTube channel today. They said, yo, I found you through your McAfee interview. Great interview. I just subscribed. Yeah.
Wow. Damn. That's on Wendy being the plug.
Facts. That's facts. That was all you.
That was a good, dude. That was
all the guests we've had have been phenomenal. Phenomenal. If people go back and look at the previous episodes of just our interviews, phenomenal.
I want to get Drazis to come back on because I want him to be himself, because I feel like he was a little bit reserved, but he's been going off. But he's been going off on people on crypto Twitter and off on people on TikTok.
Yeah.
The energy he brings, I am dying. I am literally dying, because he's like, I'm retweeting this to Wendy because y'all are mad. You can just fucking stay mad and like. But no, it was a good, and like I feel like, because I felt like we knew them after they came on the show, because they were just so open about everything.
Yeah.
And like Janice she's somebody I could fuck with. She would be somebody that would know from my past. Like
McAfee broke my brain during the interview. It I don't know if you remember, we was on Zoom call. I was like, yo, Wendy, what the fuck just happened? Like, he took me to levels of not giving a fuck I didn't know could exist. Like, I'm like, yo, this is some shit in the movies. Like, you actually did this shit, nigga? Like, whoa. Like, I gotta step my shit up, yo. Island hopping with 30 guns in the boat? Gangster, like, come on, get your life right. Like, who else is riding around? What was it, Belize?
Yeah.
Riding around Belize with guns in the boat, like, with my shorty in the boat. Oh my God.
And don't forget she was strapped too, and she knew how to use them.
She was strapped. She definitely knew how to use them. Oh man, that interview was epic, man.
Can you imagine, like, just Janice is GOAT. Like, she just.
Have you never seen that interview with McAfee and us? It's like, how long is it? Like 2.5 hours?
It's like 2.5 hours.
It's a long one, but it's great from beginning to end. He started telling them stories. Oh my God. One of the best times I had on YouTube.
All right, last story.
Okay, let's do it.
The last story. I think I know who Sean is.
Who's Sean?
Is it Sean, that one guy you guys laugh at all the time?
It's Shine.
Shine.
We got to get you saying it right first, Wendy. Shine. It's just with an accent. It sounds like Sean, but it's Shine.
Shine. Okay.
You don't pronounce the N. You just put it in there. Shine.
I don't know what they're doing. They're doing that on TikTok.
Shine. Say shine without the N.
Shine.
Almost had it. Less N.
Shine.
Not enough. A little bit more.
Shine.
Let's go. His goddamn shines. Epic.
All right. There's a dating app. It's for people who are notorious ghosters. And basically you can be on this app and you can ghost somebody. Let me see if I can find my friend that posted it.
What the fuck is going on in 2021, y'all?
Well, because people are weird.
App so you could just ghost people? Do you even want to talk to people?
I don't like, I don't fuck with anybody, Hotep. I just, you know what, at this time in my life, I've just had it with people. Like, I was talking with one of the, so I was at the gym, damn, I can't pull it up right now. I was at the gym with Miss Nita, and and one of the kids' parents were there, because normally the Nana's there, but the mom was there. And
yeah, Brody said, don't say it in public. Yeah, we do got to give you that disclaimer. Don't say it in public. I forgot about that. Oh man, what am I teaching you? Continue, my bad.
Okay, so there's the woman was there, and I heard her on the phone, and she was da, 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 da. She's like, I don't fuck with people. I can't deal with these people. I can't deal with these fake people. So she's off the phone. I was like, ma'am. Well, I didn't call her ma'am because she was closer to my age. I says, I fuck with that because I cannot fucking stand people. She's like, amen. She's like, I'm done with these people. I'm just done. Like, it's just people in general. Like, people are starting to not want to fuck with other people just because it's not worth our time.
Yeah. So what? How does the app work?
So apparently the app works to where if you want to ghost somebody, you can, and they'll go ahead and collect your stuff for you.
Wait, whoa, what the?
Let me see if I can find it.
They'll go into your apartment, you're saying, and get your shit?
I think so. Let me see. Okay, let me see my friend that posted. If I message him, he won't answer right now because. Okay.
Imagine you come home and there's people moving your girl shit out.
Oh, okay. One sec. It's in my bookmarks.
I'll be like, yo, what the fuck going on? Yo, put that shit down. What y'all doing?
Okay, it's right here. Introducing post dates, the first app for breaking up. We get your stuff back from your ex so you don't have to. Available in New York and LA starting now. Yes, it actually works.
Oh, they filing litigation. They filing paperwork on niggas. Hey, you got her this, you got her that. We need that back. Well, maybe men can get our hoodies back. Maybe we can get our hoodies and our shorts back, our basketball shorts. Because women love to steal those and keep those and collect those.
Let me I'm going to send it to you in a tweet so you can look at it later. But apparently they come and they get your stuff for you. They probably do a little bit illegal also, which is very interesting. I'm kind of just looking at it now. But that's a smart idea because people are scandalous. And some women are crazy and so are some men are crazy. Like if I'm with a guy and I leave, I don't want to speak to you or see you again. I will leave all my stuff there. I don't even care. So you can request stuff or send stuff. How to post date.
Send stuff or request stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say that we want to request stuff. Let's see how this works on this app. Maybe is it going to work? Shop. Oh, shop. What's the shop about?
I bet in the chat. Dax Hill said got hit with that black technicality.
What happened? Are you trying to get me canceled?
Nah, he talking about my chess tournament.
Oh. See, Hotep's just too privileged over here, man.
She said, like Mama Hill said, you live on the bubble, it will bust, no ties. Oh, Dax is funny. Nah, it was legit. My homie was running the tournament, so we, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Diego and South Miami Chess Club, Phil the Power Chess Academy.
They got some different stuff, so you get to pick. Choose relationship, casually dated, live together, one night stand. And of course, it's got some panties and a mask there.
What?
They have different categories. Hooked up, seriously dated, went back to my ex. Of course, it's got adult toys there. So you can add custom things that you want to be picked up from these people. And delivery starts, it's like $25 to get your stuff picked up. And you get to fill a form out for all the items that you left over there you want them to pick up for you.
So you're gonna have like this dude in some Amazon uniform, FedEx uniform looking dude talking about, hey, I'm here to pick up Shawnee's stuff. Yeah,
and in one of the pictures, they have pictures of like dildos and stuff too. So apparently you went over for a one-night stand and you need to get that back. That is you know what?
Y'all walking around with dildos in your handbags?
I would never. Oh my God, how weird. I mean, maybe I've heard of, okay, the thing is I've heard of, dominatrix will carry that type of stuff because their clients need those types of things. Yeah. So there's that. And then I've also heard of lesbians, they have little pouches that got all their stuff in it. Okay. So that makes sense for that, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, have mercy. Kyle bet stupid. He said he got anal beads. Lord Jesus.
I think that's all I have for tonight.
You want to send a tribute out to the homie, one of our fallen soldiers?
I might cry though. I've been real upset about it.
Oh boy, don't do it. 'Cause I can't take crying right now.
So he was, I want to say he was a subscriber to your channel because he used to watch us. He would send me a message, but his name, his Twitter name and his YouTube channel was Savage Mine. And he basically, and I'm actually going to pull it up so people can see.
That name too.
He was always, if you needed any kind of help with mining, this guy would live stream. He would walk you through the most meticulous things for anything that had to do with mining. And he would walk you through it all. He was he did a majority of my channel art because he was a good friend of mine. He just messaged me and he and I we got along. We started talking, different things like that. Oh, can you allow me to share my screen?
Oh, sure. It's gonna fuck up my screen though. Like
Will
the
it?
live, yeah, it's gonna. Fuck
Okay,
up
never mind. I won't.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the. Is Raider in the chat?
Raider's in the chat. I think he posted.
Okay.
Something. Substack.
Okay.
A Substack article. Hash.
Yeah.
Hash for Savage. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody does feel inclined to donate, all the money is going to go towards his wife, so his wife can bury him and cover hospital fees. So there's that. I sent it out to all of my audience. I donated myself, but he was just a good guy in the community. He was a patriot. He served in the Navy. He was very much aligned with the Hotep belief and, trying to make the world a better place. And he was very giving and very kind. And honestly, if you needed help, he would help you. Like, doesn't matter he loved everybody. He was a really, really good guy. But he ended up passing away this week. And because I would always hear from him like every week, like, hey, Wendy, how are you? Or, hey, Wendy, keep it up. You're doing great. Don't listen to these people. Or he's like, can I fix this for you? Can I do this for you? And then he messaged me one day out of nowhere. And he's like, I'm not feeling well. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to send you some Postmates or something. Cause he's done a lot of channel art for me. And I know he never accept payment. And I was like, and then I remembered, I was like, oh, I have his email address. I can send him like a Postmates gift card. And then he's like, no, I'm just kidding. And that was like on May 29th. And then I found out that he did, in fact, was actually really sick because I didn't hear from him. So I messaged him and I didn't hear anything back. And then I found out that he ended up passing away. So.
R.I.P. to homie Savage, man.
So yeah, I've lost a lot of people, but when you get close to somebody and you just know that they're a good person.
Yeah.
Anytime I lose somebody, like if I'm close with them, like it impacts me. Like he was just a nice person. Like he was so nice to everybody, like all the time. Like if you were like, hey, can you help me with mining? He would stop what he's doing and help you. He was just a good guy. And it's just sad, he was really, really young and whatnot. Nita's calling me. Should I answer it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?